Today we have a very exciting video. We will build the perfect 6-watch collection from our 2 personal collections.
So yeah, I was looking forward to this video because it's been a while since we had both our collections in one place. I mean, I have 3 watches missing, but you'll see them anyways. So I have Chris's collection right in front of me and he has my collection right in front of him, and we have to build the perfect 6-watch collection by picking 3 of each.
This is Nele speaking. According to very trusted sources, if you leave a like on this video, you'll be likely getting a call from your AD for your Panda Daytona tomorrow. It's a joke, please leave a like on the video, it really means a lot. Thank you for watching and enjoy.
So in Nele's collection we have quite a sporty theme going on. We have a lot of rubber straps here and steel. And he also has some vintage pieces, one of which I gifted to him shortly before. And yeah, what do you think of my collection?
Well, your collection is obviously much more classically inspired. We have more leather straps going on, more vintage vibes. So you just make a start with my collection then.
Okay. I think my favorite watch of your collection is your Omega Speedmaster, the moon watch you bought in 2021.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's obviously a very great choice for any collection, a historical piece and an amazing chronograph.
It's a solid watch in its category.
Definitely.
I think it's interesting because Chris as well, he has obviously a reduced Speedmaster, and we'll have to make sure that we don't have too much of a speedy theme going on.
Of course.
By choosing 2 Speedmasters. But guys and girls, if you're enjoying this video, then please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel, as it does help us out a lot.
So this one goes into the 6-watch collection first. So what's your first pick in my collection?
From your collection, I'd say the Aetos, because we have quite a few vintage watches on the table, as mentioned earlier. But I think the beauty of the Aetos is just amazing. Then you put it on this beautiful blue leather strap. And I think a moon phase is such a classy complication. It just adds so much character to a watch. And then with the gold and the pointer date, it just a good package, I think. And
I love the complication, the triple calendar moon phase. Yeah. It seems like the most complicated watch on the table, even though probably chronographs are more complicated, but it has the most functions added. And I think if you have a 6-watch collection, you can easily put 1 or 2 vintage watches in there. I wouldn't get a vintage watch if you don't have any watch yet, or if you just have one
Definitely
watch.
Not, no.
Because it's still a piece that you're not going to wear daily.
Definitely it will be this one for me. So that's the second watch going into our perfect 6-watch collection. Okay,
so we have a chronograph, we have a vintage watch. I guess we would have to go with a diver. And I think the Pelagos is definitely the most capable watch on the table. I like the Pelagos, although I have to say I think it wears a little thick for my wrist. I prefer slimmer, smaller watches, but it's actually not too big. The lugs are not pointing out too far, so I could still wear it. I just don't like this diver feel, so this thick diver look.
I think with the Pelagos it's great that it's a big watch and you can definitely feel it, but at the same time, for its size, it's not too heavy given it's almost fully titanium.
So this is the third one that goes into the perfect collection, and now it's getting difficult.
Right? See, now there's still 2 watches in your collection that I also have in mine. And I think the Baltic has to go in there because whilst it's classy, it's still kind of sporty in a way.
And it's also new, so it's not like
it's casual. It's a casual watch. Yeah. But I do, however, prefer it on a leather strap. So for now, I'm leaving it out still.
Okay.
And we already have a Speedmaster, so I'm not going with a second Speedmaster. And we also have 2 Steinhardt watches, which is also a very capable watch for its price point.
Yes, definitely.
but I'd say fuck it, beep this, and we'll go with the G-Shock, because I also do have a G-Shock, but I think this is the more casual variant, still very capable and still doing what a G-Shock is supposed to do.
It's quite wearable compared to
exactly
more advanced G-Shocks,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, whilst mine may have a few more functions, they are not functions that I necessarily need, and this is more than enough. And still, especially in this color, I mean, it's a great daily wearer, even with casual clothing.
It's thin. That's the biggest thing about this watch.
It's a really nice watch. So G-Shock it is, and for me, you definitely need an absolute beta watch. Although I would also beat my Pelagos, but some people will cry at the thought of that. So let's go with the G-Shock.
Yes. Now that we are at this quite kind of middle point, what are you actually looking for in a collection? How do you collect watches?
Good question. For me, a balanced collection is really important. You can be more tempted by a certain type of watches, like myself, or with sports watches, or you with more classy maybe looking watches. Yeah. But I think still within that preference, having a balance of, something for every day, something for a good hike outside, something that you can wear in the rain, something maybe for a dive. And then also something smarter, and having that combination of different styles is important. Even if it's just one of each, it doesn't have to be expensive. But having if you have 5 or 6 watches, you may as well, bring some balance into it.
That's also what I'm looking for in a collection. I like to have different styles, also mainly different colors. I go for different colors with my leather straps because it's quite an easy way to introduce some color.
So what's your last choice already?
Damn. Okay.
Still so much out there.
Yeah. So I would take your Baltic on the leather strap, even though I obviously ordered mine on the bracelet, but knowing that you won't choose it, I think the Baltic needs to be in the collection. Definitely. Although we are probably a little biased because we just got this one, but I think it's just a great watch for the money. It's beautifully looking, and I love that Baltic comes out with such a classic watch, Breguet numerals and 36 millimeters. With a beautiful micro rotor movement.
I think it's an incredible package. Yeah. Well, now that you went with my Baltic, obviously have both the same Steinhardt GMT Ocean Premium, the Batman, and I recently put it on a rubber strap because I was getting tired of the look. And the reason I'm going for it because it's the only GMT watch we have in both our collections.
That's true.
And I think the GMT function complication is one of the most useful complications that you can have, especially me. I like traveling and home. I'm usually away from home for most part of the year, and it's just nice having a GMT watch. Yeah. Also having friends in different parts of the world, so you don't have to check your phone.
Definitely.
Which would be easier, but might as well use the watch as complications. Open case back, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, and I could go on. And there's a video here that you can check, or a video there. So yeah, the Steinhardt will be the last choice. I do think we probably missed out on other great combinations of watches, but what we chose here you can't go wrong with. And so that's the last edition.
It's a pretty nice collection.
What do we think?
We have obviously a sporty theme going, but I think if you are like us and you're on the move outside, you want watches that can take it. So Steinhardt and Pelagos are the easy choice there. And if you're really going hard, like rock climbing maybe, where you don't want to scratch your bracelets or cases, then you can take the G-Shock. We have 2 classy watches, one being more fragile, let's say, being a vintage watch, and the other still new. And we have the Speedmaster for everyday casual, maybe not everyday active, even though it can definitely take some. But I would say, as honorable mentions, let's choose one more from our own collections.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'm kind of tempted to take the Seamaster Polaris because it's such a comfortable watch. It's a quartz, obviously, like the G-Shock, but it's so thin, and it's, I think, nice to have one nice quartz watch in your collection so that you can just pick one up whenever and you don't have to set it if you're in a rush. And this was just a great watch this summer because it's just comfortable and you don't notice it that much.
So is the thumbnail going to be 6 watch collection plus 2? I'm still very conflicted because there's the watch you gifted me, which is not a vintage watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dive watch, and we already have 2 dive watches in there.
Yeah.
But obviously this is something completely different. Then there's the PRX that just was added to my collection just 2 weeks ago, which is, I think, an incredible looking watch.
Yeah.
And then there's my old Tissot PRX, which is also chronograph but quartz. So that would add another quartz watch, and I'm conflicted between the 3 of them for very different reasons. But given the lack of rubber straps in the actual collection that we chose, I think I'm going for the PRX, the old chronograph, the PRC, sorry.
Yeah, so what do you think of this 6-piece collection, or which other watch would you have chosen from this table?
I would love to see your guys' choice of a perfect 6-watch collection from these choices, even if it's something completely different, watches that we haven't chosen here. But yeah, we'd definitely love to see what they choose and see kind of different reasons why. And
yeah, I mean, everybody likes to collect for a certain reason or
exactly.
with a different style, so let us know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed seeing us together for once,
then definitely leave a like and please subscribe to the channel, because for us it really means the world and it doesn't cost you anything, so
it's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you are annoyed by our faces. So
anyways, that's it from us today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.